Welcome to this Skype-based psychotherapy service. My name is Peter Strong and I'm a professional psychotherapist and I specialize in mindfulness therapy, which I deliver online via Skype. Mindfulness therapy is a very effective way of working with anxiety and depression, and also for working with addictions and many other common psychological problems that have their roots in patterns of habitual reactive thinking. So mindfulness is an extremely good way of making yourself aware of these patterns of reactive thinking and then working with them to overcome those habitual patterns and to neutralize the emotional reactivity that goes along with those reactive patterns of thinking. So the real problem for most people is that their habitual patterns are unconscious. You find that you become a victim of your emotional reactions whenever the conditions are right. Those emotional reactions get triggered and we just fall victim to this recurring pattern of reactivity. And the secret is really developing more conscious awareness of these reactive patterns, because when you bring consciousness to any habitual pattern, you can begin to neutralize it and neutralize the underlying emotion that's feeding that reactivity. But if it remains unconscious, then it really can't change or heal. So we do this by actually learning how to meditate on our emotions and on our thought patterns themselves. We apply consciousness in a very focused way, and this is really the primary definition of meditation. So in mindfulness meditation, we focus mindful awareness on our thoughts and emotions, and also on traumatic memories or any other aspects of the mind that are causing suffering. Now, the first step in the mindfulness therapy approach is learning how to stay present with your painful emotions or memories or thoughts without becoming overwhelmed with them, without becoming identified with them, without becoming a victim. So we train ourselves out of this process of being victimized by our emotional habits. The second part of mindfulness therapy is about really healing the underlying emotions directly. We do this again by establishing that conscious relationship with our emotions and then looking at the structure of those emotions. First of all, we focus on looking at the reactive thinking that feeds the emotion. That is part of its structure, and we work on neutralizing those reactive thoughts. And then we work on the emotion itself directly. And this is very much part of the process of developing a good quality, friendly, compassionate relationship with those emotions. Most people try to escape their painful emotions. They run away from them. But if you try to avoid your emotions, that will not allow them to heal. And secondly, a lot of people react in very negative ways to their anxiety or depression. And that too will not help them heal. It's only when you can form a non-reactive, friendly relationship with your emotions that they will start healing. A third thing we do is, in looking at the structure of our emotions, after we have overcome the reactive thinking that feeds the emotion, we look at the imagery of the emotion. How you see the emotion in the mind is a very important part of the structure of the emotion, and that imagery is something that you can change when you bring conscious awareness to it. So we work on changing emotional imagery, and that really accelerates the healing process considerably. So really, there's these three different aspects. We explore, first of all, bringing conscious awareness to our habits so that we don't just get lost in them. Then we explore the patterns of reactive thinking that feed our emotional suffering, and we start to break free from those patterns just by developing more conscious awareness. And then the third factor is looking at the imagery of the emotions themselves and how you can help that imagery change to accelerate the healing process. So if you'd like to learn more about this online Skype counseling service, then please go to my website and then email me, and we can schedule a Skype therapy session. Most people see quite substantial changes after 3 to 4 sessions when they start applying the mindfulness methods that I will teach you. So if you'd like to get started with a mindfulness-based approach for working with anxiety, depression, or addiction, then please contact me. Thank you.